I remember coming here from Sri Lanka, and it was a very weird scene, because I was walking along the street and I'd see these no standing anytime signs. I didn't realize it was for cars. And so I would immediately cross the road, and my walks along the streets of Melbourne made me very tired, because every time I decided to rest, there was a no standing anytime sign on the street. So growing up in Sri Lanka really exposed me to the scope that young people have to make a change in the world. In Sri Lanka, there was, at the time I was about 15 years old, there was the country had come to a realization that that corruption rather than fairness was what was guiding the country. And a group of first-year uni students sat around a table and said, we are not going to take this anymore. We are going to overthrow the government in Sri Lanka. And that movement that started, so when I came to Australia, I was very driven by these notions of change and wanting to try and examine this concept of democracy that we have and we are so proud of, and we send armies to other countries to fight to protect it. And what are the fundamental principles of democracy? It's freedom and equality. And yet, looking around at me when I was in Melbourne and studying and just examining where do I fit in, it didn't seem obvious to me that people enjoyed freedom and enjoyed equality to the extent possible. It was amazing to me that there were people in this developed country not being able to eat properly, not having clothes to wear, not having a house to live in. And so when we first started the restaurant in St Kilda, this was my aim, to open up a venue that would really challenge the way we think. That if we really believed that everyone is equal, and if we really believed in the freedom of the individual, then okay, let's have a venue where everyone can eat, not worry about money, and whether you have ideas that have put $1 in your pocket or your choices in life have resulted in $1 million. There has to be some point at which people are allowed to feel that their choices are respected, and that there is the ultimate thread of dignity, human dignity, that we can all enjoy. In St Kilda, when I first started in Melbourne, money had influenced the direction the community was going in, and the terms commercialism and consumerism were certainly seen as by some people in the community as terms that indicated an erosion of our values. And so we decided to start a restaurant with a wooden box as a principle or a demonstration of what we were passionate about. And this wooden box allowed everyone in our community to eat, and at the end of the meal they could choose what was a fair price and donate to that box. And I'm actually very proud to say that that original wooden box is now in Australia's Museum of Democracy in Canberra. And it, to me, proves the value of a simple idea and the fact that it is possible to sustain an idea like that and grow it. And we have done so over 11 years. When we first started and we said, man, we're gonna not have any prices, we're just gonna trust everyone to do the fair thing, people laughed at us and said, are you crazy? No one's gonna pay. And you're gonna have a lineup of people who are going to just come and take advantage of your kindness or your generosity. But no, actually what happened was a whole culture of generosity was created because we were passionate and proud about what we do. We created the best meal possible. We made sure that people felt valued. When they came, we looked after them. And as a result, people reciprocated with generosity. And this became an amazing thing because restaurants with conventional prices and conventional business plans started to close down because of our restaurant being so popular, where we actually didn't charge people anything. So to me, that was an amazing demonstration that we can challenge the process, we can change the way people think and have a place where everyone felt welcomed, felt valued, and it worked. So 11 years down the track, Lentil As Anything has made more than 6 million meals available for the Melbourne community without asking for anything in return. But each year, at the end, there is almost $2 million that is donated to the boxes that we have placed at the counter. And somehow a group of people with no experience, no previous hospitality experience, who usually come from backgrounds of homelessness, heroin addiction, from refugee camps around the world, are running some of the busiest restaurants in the community. And it's once again a demonstration that, yes, you can do it as long as there is some passion, there is honesty, there is sincerity, then it is possible. Yes, you can challenge the process by having belief in something, and that is an amazing strength. And to carry that through, despite the challenges, despite people and voices in your head saying, you're crazy, but knowing that, hey, what we're doing is we're just feeding people. And if that is not possible in this society, and if there is no room for that, then there is something wrong. So I hope that you guys all learn to stand by your convictions and to have a sense of self-belief and to not worry about convention and to know that you have inherited something very important in life. It is something that you cannot not contribute to society. And I want to see every one of you contribute your uniqueness, your passion, and to become the change makers that you are all possible of being. Thank you.